Okay, so there's been a couple of people that have been asking us about custom cabinets, and so I just wanted to share some ideas about, or show with you guys how we're doing our custom cabinets and how easy it really is. So we ordered our custom MDF fronts from the factory. Now you have to be really careful on how precise you are. We hired a designer to do this for us because it's literally measured to the millimeter, and things can get really crazy. But we've got these beautiful, solid MDF fronts. Just do a quick inspection on it. Look for anything that might have a chip or anything like that, and then you'll just call that the top. Really doesn't matter, because with these ones in particular, it doesn't matter which one you choose for top or bottom. You can choose either one. And so you just start by taking your cabinet, flipping it over, and you notice there's no hinges here. And what we need to do is we need to create these places for our hinges, and you're just going to grab us some hinges right now. And while he's grabbing our hinges, we're going to measure it out. Now what I've done is I've specifically set, we've got a number, and the number that we're using is 8 and 6, or 86 millimeters, 8 centimeters and 6, or 8.6. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to use that to set our gauge. And this gauge is what's going to help determine, because you have to figure out, this is the hardest thing about it actually, is because if you can look closely at your hinge here, the hardest thing, if you can zoom in on this hinge right here, you've got this lip right here. It has to be on this side of, it has to be on that side of this here. So if you put your hinge there, your door won't open properly. And if it's too far out there, then there's not enough meat to hold your hinge. So you really want to try to line up this spot right here, just 1 millimeter outside. And so when you do you just figure out the total thickness here, take half of that and measure from here to here. And then you have to go from the center of your router bit, which here's our custom router bit, and we had to measure from the center of our router bit to here. And that's what's determining where the center of this hinge is going to go. That's all going to vary, so there's no point in me trying to show you that. That's something you just have to figure out. Grab a piece of OSB or some cheap piece of wood to figure that out. But once you find it out, like we have, we know our number is 8.6. So then we're going to start clamping our guide down, and we're just using just a girl straight edge here, and we're going to make sure that's clamped into the spot. Make sure that your clamp isn't too tight now, and you want to make sure to use some paper or something, because this clamp is going to be on the front side. Now you don't have to tighten this thing down. You'll crack the front if you do. You just want it holding up. You just want it strong enough to hold your router in place. Now the next thing we've done is we've determined what height we want to use. So just take a minute and come over here real quickly and look at our cabinets. So if you look at our cabinet right here, you'll see that we don't know where they're going to go. But we figured out that 12 centimeters up is a really great distance for the halfway point of where we're going to hang these. So you measure from the bottom. Make sure that you measure from the bottom up 12 centimeters, or wherever it is. We just wanted to make sure we're not going to hit any pins or any shelf adjusters. Okay, so coming back here, what I'm doing now is I'm going to measure that 12 centimeters over. I'm going to make a little mark. Measure this 12 centimeters over, make a little mark. Just use a graphite pencil, because it wipes off very easily, and you will not leave marks, don't worry. Then I'm going to take my square, and I'm going to make a little line so that I know where I can see that when I start to plunge with my router. And so we'll take that, and now it's time for the router. And let's go like this. I'm going to get right down here, and Yuta has a vacuum cleaner going for me. And it's really that simple. How it's all measured out. We'll do the next one. And the thing with the router, once you start plunging, don't move. You cannot adjust. You're stuck. That's the danger. So make sure you're in the right spot when you start. And I'm just pushing straight down with nice, gentle, even force. And the great thing about this particular router, if you zoom in here closely, you'll see there's a guide that stops it. Not all routers have that guide. If you can find one, particularly if you're a first timer, really make sure that you use that guide, because then it's better. Other routers will have a stick that comes out here that will be your guide and stop you on time, but the nut that holds that stick, oftentimes it slips and you'll go all the way through the front of your facade, or the front of your cabinet door. So now that we have that done, we're going to take this, we're going to take our guides off here, and we're going to grab our hinges, open up your hinges, drop these in place, and we use the same guide to make sure that our hinges line up nice and evenly. And then you just go ahead and you just screw in your hinges. And make sure that the screws, of course, I mean, this might sound like common sense, but the screws that we're using, we've tested beforehand to make sure that they won't pierce through the other side. So these are just, copper-faced screws. It also has the clutch on our drill set, so it makes that noise. That means it won't go any deeper than what we want it to go. So it's going to stop right there. And we'll get this one here put in. And the next one. And now we are good. Now, one of the settings that you're going to see out of you've got these two settings here. You got this screw. That's what determines how forward and back. And this screw is what determines how far out. We'll worry about adjusting later, but for now, let's go over here and let's hang one of these cabinets. Okay, so we've got this one ready to go here, and the main thing that I'm working on here is I just need to make sure that the bottom of my door is even with the bottom here. And then Yuta, if you look closely here, Leda, and zoom in, then you'll see that there's 4 holes here. 2 of them have a trench up and down. That's so we can adjust it up and down. Start with these 2 holes. Do not start here, or you won't be able to adjust your door if there's an accident, if they need adjustment, and they will. Every time without fail, you will need an adjustment. Now I push it up tight all the way to the door, and then I just with my finger, I just kind of back it out just a little bit. I leave just a little bit of space between the front of the cabinet and the door itself where it's being hung. And Yuta's putting this one screw in the very center of this adjustment hole. Okay? And then he'll be responsible up there for adjusting. Okay, and then, all right, and then here. So now we've got those 2 in. That's enough for now. It's going to hold it. And then now you just want to shut your door and feel along your bottom. That's really all you need to worry about adjusting at this point. Now I do feel that I'm scratching my fan a little bit, but that's okay because I'll adjust that with this pin here. But what I really want to know right now is, are we up and down properly? I feel across the bottom here. We're perfectly up and down. So Yoda's going to go ahead and finish filling in all of those. It's really that simple. Then the last thing, while he's filling that in, I'm going to grab the drill and we're going to install the handles. So here we've bought these handles out of the box, and they look like this. Just a nice looking chrome. Just a pretty little chrome handle, and they come with their little, this is our unboxing. My kids love unboxing, so it's a daddy unboxing is opening up his handles for his kitchens. So what we've determined is, over here we've established what height we want for our handles. You can put them anywhere you want, really. And it was just arbitrary. I just asked my wife, I said, where do you want your handles? What feels comfortable? And so we went with a nice comfortable. Of course, you want to make sure you're in far enough that there's meat, and so that you don't hit your inside particle board that's there. And then it just sits fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get this ready. I'm going to measure off on the front side. I'm going to measure off this handle to the same thing we did. In this case, we're using 19 centimeters up and 4 centimeters over. And that just creates, just get your hole nice right there. And now we're able to grab the drill bit. You want to turn your clutch down again a little bit. This is the right bit. Okay. And Yoda, you want to do this? And you just push it in. Don't worry about going through the back because it's MDF. MDF is, unlike particle board, if you push too hard, you can blow out the backside. But with MDF, it's just paper and it's just, oh, my clutch got stuck on this, so. Okay, all right. There we go. And so I'm going to come through the backside here. And it's that simple. Put this in here, grab my handle, put my pin through the back side, and it fits gently in there. I say gently as I'm struggling a little, but put this on the front, put this here, and I'm going to tighten it down. Just make sure, the one thing I've noticed with these is they will strip very easily, so don't fight it. When you're putting it on there, if it doesn't spin easily, then you're in at an angle. So make sure that you are not in at an angle. Make sure that it's up there right. That you're lined up evenly. Tighten it down. And it's that simple. Now you have a kitchen door. Thanks for watching.